Hallo und willkommen zum 27. Video von 3 Minuten Deutsch. Today I'm going to be talking about the dative case as it is used with indirect objects. If you don't know what an indirect object is, well, you have come to the right place because that's what we're talking about today. So far our chart looks like this. Now all we have to do is add in the dative case for that same exact chart. Now this actually makes it so that we have a nice little mnemonic device and we can now say Ressa, Nessa, Merman. Each of these letters represents the last letter of the der words. Conveniently enough, in the dative case, that finally works out with the ein words as well. But for the first two cases, you kinda just have to memorize the ein words. The indirect objects are usually people, but sometimes they can be things that receive the direct object of a sentence. It answers the question to whom or for whom something is being done. Let's try some German examples. Ich gebe dem Mann ein Geschenk zum Geburtstag. I am giving the man a gift for his birthday. In this sentence we have ich as our subject, which is why geben is conjugated to go with the ich form. The thing being given in this sentence is ein Geschenk, which is a gift. It's a neuter noun, which is why we don't have an ending on our ein word. Dem Mann is the one receiving the Geschenk, which is why we say dem Mann in this sentence, because that's a dative thing with a masculine noun. Er gibt der Frau eine Halskette. He is giving the woman a necklace. A necklace is the thing being given, and the woman is the one receiving it, which makes her the indirect object, or the dative object. Gibst du dem Kind etwas Schokolade? Are you giving the child some chocolate? Dem Kind here is the one receiving the chocolate. Wir geben den Kindern Süßigkeiten. We are giving the children sweets. In that sentence, we added an extra n to the end of the noun. If the noun doesn't already take an n at the end of it for the plural, you need to add one for the dative plural. If the plural takes an s, you don't add the n. Let's take a look at a few examples with different verbs. Pay close attention to the word order. You should notice that the indirect object comes in between the verb and the direct object. If it's a question and you start with your verb, obviously your subject is going to come after that, which means that your indirect object is in between your subject and your direct object. Was kaufst du deiner Mutter zum Geburtstag? What are you buying your mother for her birthday? Ich schenke meinem Freund einen Gutschein. I am giving my friend a gift certificate. Er schickt seiner Familie jedes Jahr eine Postkarte aus den USA. He is sending his family a postcard from the United States every year. Die Kinder schreiben den Soldaten Briefe. The children are writing the soldiers letters. Rotkäppchen bringt ihrer Großmutter einen Kuchen. Red Riding Hood is bringing her grandmother a cake. Was wirst du deinen Eltern sagen? What will you say to your parents? Here we actually have the question word as our direct object. Du is still the subject, which makes the indirect object deinen Eltern. As you can see, this usage of the dative case is actually relatively straightforward. We still have to talk about how to use this with prepositions and how to use this with dative verbs, and of course we haven't talked about pronouns yet, so we do have several more videos on the dative case to go, but this is at least a good introduction to it. Now you can use the ein words and you can use the der words in the dative case with indirect objects. Go ahead and try it out in the comments down below. Until then, I'm out of here. Danke fürs Zuschauen. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüss.